you're in here. Somebody did screen record Tech's side, right, as this was going on last night. And I watched that, and I'm probably going to go live tonight and show it and possibly speak on it, because now it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense now what you were like during this, right? Like what you were saying in Megan's chat versus what Tech was saying. Now I see why you were saying the comments you were saying in there.
And can you elaborate on that a little, because a lot of us weren't in there. You know,
Yeah.
what was she saying? And what
Well,
was
no.
Tech
So the account down here, Cherries on Top, was in Megan's comments, and they were making comments towards Tech, and they were like, "No, Tech, that's bullshit. Like a judge isn't gonna say, you know, he's innocent." So they were making comments. Well, now I know why. Tech makes a lot of excuses and blames the victim. I'm working with a few people on this. She gives a lot of wrong information for months. And Cherries on Top, I think it's been more years. And I agree, Scammy, like you are not who you marry, right? But I feel all the way across the board, and I agree when it comes to Stop the BS. Megan gave her a platform as well. And Megan heard her out on the phone for quite some time. And then literally less than 24 hours later, I have people delivering me like solid sealed proof that she straight lied, which is ridiculous in my book. And she does make a lot of excuses, and she lied. And in my thoughts, my opinions, you failed those children all the way around. You failed those children. My thoughts, my opinions.
And, you know, like I said, there were way too many excuses. And, I don't want to have to keep a scorecard when I listen to somebody. You know, I want to be able to hear what she could have just come out and said, you know what, my son did it. And, it was wrong. He's my son, though, and I still love him. And, there were mistakes made, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't keep talking about it. Just, because as, people have said on here is that, talking about it does trigger people. And, I don't even want to really talk about it that much with BS, but, what I'm doing is I'm kind of comparing, in terms of how people have dealt with this stuff.
Right.
I don't have a problem with Tech. I've never had a problem with Tech. I really don't care about, what her husband said. And again, I've said this before, and I hate to say this, but, Snark has even said multiple times that, the most important thing is the kids. And, from what Snark has said is that, he's very good with the child. I'm not going to talk about,
Right.
That's all.
I think a big part of the problem that a lot of people are having, Scammy, is the fact that, again, T and her husband have been drugged. And Lacey, I seen your comment that says, but her husband isn't on the app. T's husband's not on the app either. T's husband from my understanding, he may be in the background while T's live. But from what I know, and I could be wrong, so somebody absolutely correct me if I'm wrong, her husband's not on the app. But it doesn't matter, because T still got drugged to hell and back, hey Breezy, for what her husband did. And then she got drugged because she married him. Right. So I feel, my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions, if T is going to get drugged for that shit and it's an issue, then why isn't it the same all the way across the board with Tech and her husband?
Because MJ liked Tech.
Mm-hmm.
MJ liked Tech. That's it. That's the big difference.
And you're going to find out here, Scammy, when I finish playing the rest of this stuff, is that it was taken, or supposed to be taken, to MJ back in January when Tech first started sitting with her.
What?
And MJ's exact wording to people was, I am not here to please everybody who sits on our platform.
Oh. Now, if it was supposed to be brought to MJ back in January, who was it River who was supposed to get the information?
Nope. So back in January, someone reached out to me and